close in, and that Cillian O'Connor can't do it all on his own. Up until now, they've relied heavily on their half-back line. You look at the drawn game against Kerry last year, where they had to perform heroics coming out of their half-back line in the midfield area to get their scores. Compare and contrast with Kerry, Starr and Gooch, Starr and O'Donoghue. Dublin, Bernard Brogan and Ian Other playing off, and Dermot Connolly there. So they're trying to work with O'Shea as a full forward. They haven't been doing it with great success to date. Galway, you get the impression from them, I mean, over the last few years, you know, surfer dudes, trad, you know, sort of modern trad lovers, not taking their football that terribly seriously. Under Walsh, what's happened in the last 3 or 4 games is you've seen a very heavy blanket defence, so against New York, against Leitrim, and it's clear they're going to put that in Mayo today because they have got such terrible humiliations at the hands of Mayo that Mayo must be a team in their nightmares now, and Walsh has decided, look, we're going to have to arrest this slide with something radical.
Last year wasn't so bad. The year previous was 13.
Well, last year the problem was they tried to go toe-to-toe with them in a shootout, and they were blitzed out of it by 7 points in the end. So they've tried the shootout, that's not working. I think they're going to play a heavy blanket defence today, and Mayo have been conspicuously poor against the blanket defence. Look at them against Tyrone in the league, they hadn't a clue. Now I know that Mayo have been sort of playing friendlies against teams who play blanket defences to try to learn the game and break through. A classic example, the 2012 All-Ireland final against Donegal, when they were absolutely clueless coming forward. So it's a huge challenge for Mayo to learn to play against that, but at the same time do what they're trying to do, which is to hold on to their core principles, which is to play football the right way.
How do you see this today, Pat?
Well, bear in mind that out of the top 4 teams in the country, Mayo are one of those top 4. We say Kerry Dublin, we say Donegal 3, Mayo 4. And bear in mind that this Mayo team were within a kick of the ball of beating Kerry in the drawn match and in the replay, and have been there or thereabouts. I'm looking for something new this year, and in terms of personnel, same old, and you worry in that way. Because you'd have expected with new management and the fact that they've always come up short that there'd be a change in personnel. I would worry that. I would worry in the fact that they still haven't found, they have the one marquee forward in Cillian O'Connor. There is a great possibility, as Joe says, in using Aidan O'Shea at full forward. But you know, if you've had a mindset of a running, carrying game for 4 or 5 years, it's very hard to change that mindset. Now we saw it today that Donegal have changed that mindset, but they must, if Mayo want to make the next step from being the bridesmaid to the bride, then they've got to have more of an attacking plan. They've got to place faith in putting Aidan O'Shea, I think, at the edge of the square and moving the ball quick and
We'll
long.
look at Aidan O'Shea in a minute, but just let's get on to focus on Galway for a moment, Pat, and the loss of Shane Walsh. He's not there for Galway.
Well, last year Galway went toe-to-toe with Kerry and gave them a damn good game, and this was the best of their points by Shane Walsh. And I've highlighted here then the next couple of clips, Corofin, who played traditional Galway football, lovely, nice, attacking, open football. And the key to Corofin's success is the kick pass into the forwards, moving the ball quickly into the forwards and having fellas coming overlapping. And the 2 key players we see here is there Gary Syce kicking a point, and in the next instance it's Micheál Lundy. But watch the lovely diagonal ball in, fellas showing for it, quick pop-off pass and a lovely score by Micheál Lundy.